and welcome back to the Quarry Gardener. And you might be wondering what I'm doing all the way up here on this windy bankside. Well, I'm about to dig out this plant and move it down into the quarry. But while I dig it out, I thought I'd give you a tour of what's looking good in the garden this week. Would you believe we've just had a hailstone storm? It's freezing. But we've got good weather forecast for a week's time, so not much longer for this cold weather. Anyhow, this is the shrub that I've just dug out from the bankside behind me. It's a Viburnum Plicatum Mariesii, and it's stunning. It's a multi-tiered shrub, and I think this is quite a good example of that. You can see the branches form that tiered effect. It's spring flowering. It blooms here in the UK around about May, June time. Beautiful lace cap type white flowers. But what I love about it is the flowers, or it flowers the whole length of the stem or the branch. Gorgeous. The leaves are very deeply veined, very distinctive leaf. And they darken down as the months go on. A lovely contrast between the leaf and the flower. Size-wise, you need to give it room to grow, to reach its full potential. It's a large shrub. Anything from width-wise, anything from 12 to 15 feet. Height-wise, anything from 10 to 12 feet. Likes moist soil, sun to partial shade, although I do grow one in deep shade and it flowers beautifully. Doesn't seem to mind those conditions at all. As long as you keep it moist, it does seem to be able to grow in most conditions. I heavily mulch it in the spring with farmyard manure, and that's probably all I do. I haven't actually fed this one at all. I think it struggled because it was in the wrong spot. It was in a windy, very dry, harsh summer sun when we get the sun. Totally the wrong conditions for it to flourish, and that's why I've dug it out and brought it down here into the quarry. It's hardy from -15 to -20, so it's a good, reliable shrub, and it's very easy to grow. One thing I will say that I have dug it out at totally the wrong time. It will sulk. I may even lose it, or I may lose the flowers for this year. If you're going to transplant a shrub, dig it out in the dormant season. I should have had this replanted 2 months ago, but I've gone with it now. I've taken a risk. Who knows? Hopefully it'll survive though, and I'll just continue to water it over the months. But what I'll do is now I'll get it into the ground and I'll show you the results. That's the shrub planted, and it's sulking, which I knew it would. Fingers crossed it makes it. But if you are interested in this shrub, don't let the size put you off, because you can actually have it in a small garden in a confined space. I have it somewhere else in a smaller part of my garden, and I just heavily prune it back every 4 to 5 years. Or you could prune it back every other year to keep it more of a compact shrub. You can do that, and the plant will actually take that. It won't suffer because of it. As long as you are aware that you prune it back just after it's flowered, and then you won't impact the flowers for the following year. As for companion planting, I have it surrounded by white candelabra primulas. Looks great, gorgeous. Or you could have white daffodils, white mascari, white tulips. There's lots of different options that you can grow with it. What I'm going to try when this is a larger specimen, I'm going to grow a clematis through it, a one that flowers in the summer months, just to give that longer flowering interest. Anyhow, I'm off now to plant some ornamental grasses on the bankside behind me. So this is the first grass that I'm going to add today to the bankside. It's a Stipa Gigantea, and I already have 2 of them. And I'll give you a close-up on the camera of what they look like now in early spring. This is what the Stipa Gigantea looks like in the spring and winter months. Striking evergreen grass, semi-evergreen here, but in the summer it has large panicles of golden oat-like flower heads. It's a stunning architectural plant. Size-wise for this grass, spread approximately 3 to 4 feet. Height of the flowers, 8 feet. What I love about it is the flowers don't block anything either in front or behind it. That's why I love this particular grass. Hardy -5 to -10. You can certainly grow it anywhere here in the UK. And that's probably it. So the second grass that I want to show you is this one here. Commonly known as pheasant's tail grass, and I'll show you where I have it in large quantity in the garden. This is Anemanthele Lessoniana, otherwise known as pheasant's tail grass, and I've dug all of these out of the borders elsewhere, and they're flanked either side of the steps with daffodils. It's a beautiful evergreen grass with yellowy orange colours through and red through the winter months, and it has lovely seed heads in the summer. Well worth growing. Size-wise for this grass, about 3 feet by 3 feet. It's a nice shaped arching grass. One thing to be aware of, it does self-seed, but don't let that put you off, because you can either remove the flower heads in the autumn, or the grass seedlings literally just pull out so easily. You could make use of them elsewhere in the garden, or even give them away to friends. What I'll do now is I'll plant them both on the bankside, and I'll show you the end results. Okay, that's the Stipa grass planted further on down the bankside, and then up on the top of the bankside here I have planted the pheasant's tail grass. So that's it for today. I'm going to leave this perilous situation and get back on a flat surface, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.